All right, I'll echo my comments that I made after the game. Exciting football game. I thought Wisconsin played outstanding football today. Um, I thought, as an opener today at noontime, an exciting game to watch. I don't know if my comments were heard over the loudspeaker, but our team was down at the half, and you could tell that it was probably one of the lowest points all season, and I could sense that. And we had to take it as a learning moment, and what kind of adversity we were under. Let's see if we could bounce back from this. This would be a great learning experience for a lot of younger players, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and a quarterback who's obviously taken over for a Heisman Trophy winner. So there was a lot to prove in the second half, and I thought they did a great job. We outscored them 21-10, had some key stops. I thought we controlled the play in the last 6 minutes, which is, when you're looking for the margins of victory in close games, obviously you want to be able to control the end of the game, and I thought we finished strong. So really proud of our football team in a game where two teams really wanted to win the football game. There was no doubt about whether these guys wanted to be here or not. Both teams wanted to be here. Both teams wanted to win. So I'll open it up to questions.
Coach, you're down 14-0 early. You're down 28-14 with a backup quarterback, but there was no panic in what you were doing. How proud of you?
Yeah, and I think, what I told our football team, and I continue to echo it, is, there's different pieces to a football team that you look at, and one of them is, you have to have a consistency in your performance, and you got to keep playing, and it's one play at a time. It was uneven at times, but if you just keep playing and you just trust your process, then eventually it's going to come together for you. And they didn't panic. They didn't get outside the lanes. They just kept playing. They played one play at a time, and the tide started turning for them. I think when he felt much more comfortable, I thought Wisconsin did a great job of changing up coverages. I think when he really started identifying some of their trap 2 and 3 and the mixtures, did a really good job with protections. He was clean all day. I don't know if he was sacked at all. But I think once he got a good sense of what was going on out there, the speed of the game, you saw him later in the game. He made some really good checks. He changed protections, and it just took some time for him to get there. And I knew eventually he would. It was just a matter of we needed to slow him down on defense, and we did, and he was able to get our offense going. Obviously, the big throws down the field, the 98-yard drive was the big one where that's what he can do. He can get the ball down the field. It's huge. I mean, I can't underestimate how important this win is for not only him, but our entire football team and our defense. They needed some confidence, and they needed some key stops. All of this builds, towards confidence and evaluating what you need to do in the offseason to be the kind of defense and offense to win a championship. Absolutely. Look, you haven't had, he hasn't had many of those rehearsed situations. I think our 2-minute drill puts him on the 35-yard line, with less than a minute to go in the game with a timeout, and he's going against his own teammates. It's a little bit different. And so his ability to manage the moment, his ability to be calm in those situations speaks of a guy that is going to only excel and get better as he plays more football.
Coach, how important was it for you to have a second straight 10-win season?
Well, I think it really stabilizes the program. Stability within your program, stability within the ranks of your recruitment. So it's, for us, it's been, recruiting, development and retention. And you do that, but you can't do it when really effectively when you're, say, 3-9, or 4-8. But when you have back-to-back 10-win seasons, and you're doing it with bowl victories as well that build on it going into the offseason, it certainly helps a lot.
Brian, as you head into the offseason, where are you at with the evaluation of your defensive staffs, especially now?
Yeah, we'll evaluate now that the season is completed. I'll do a full evaluation of all of our staff members. Obviously, we've got to make some decisions on offense. Where we are. We do not have an offensive coordinator, as you know, and then a full evaluation of our defensive staff. I wanted to finish up recruiting. I wanted to finish up the season. I felt it was most important that we maintain continuity through the bowl game, and we did, and get a victory, which we did. And now my focus will be on 2024, and on 2024 will be the staff, and putting our staff in the position to take this team to a championship level. So that'll be my focus moving forward.
Coach, you talked about Jaden Daniels and his traits. Do you see a lot of that in Garrett, too?
Certainly. I mean, look, again, I don't think you win a game on athleticism. You have to have, the things necessary to overcome a deficit, overcome being a first-time starter. You can't just get by on arm talent. You've got to be a guy that is confident in your ability, has a great process that he trusts. So he's got a lot of the same traits that Jaden does. Obviously, he doesn't run and has the escapability. You didn't see any of that today where Jaden created a lot of yards for us there, but Nuss can do it in other ways. And I think he's going to continue to do that for us. Yeah, I think it's Joe and Cortez and really the whole staff. Today was really about a cohesive group. Brad had great suggestions on adjustments on the offensive line. Frank is doing a great job. You saw his rotation of backs in there. That all feeds into what you're doing offensively. So, it doesn't fall on one shoulder, or shoulders, if you will. The plays came down from the box. There was some input, and I thought Joe and Cortez managed that end of it really well. And then we had great adjustments from our entire staff to be an efficient offense in this transition.
Coach, the defensive pressure you down at the very end to win the game. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So we went into we got out of our dime and nickel package. We got back into some base. The guys were wanting to get into some base. We got into some base defense and got into some trail coverage, made it difficult for them to have anything available. And really our base four-man rush got home. The last play was our win blitz where we overloaded blitz at the end of the game because we knew it was one throw, and we're not going to let them stand back there. So that was an overload blitz to make sure that, again, they didn't have time to get the ball off.
Excuse me, two more for Coach. Malik breaking the record.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, first of all, here's a guy that, I'm not up here to evaluate, the receiving corps going to the NFL, but I think he's the best receiver in the country, plays in this game, and, he wanted to do it for his teammates, he wanted to do it for LSU, and he wanted to do it because he wanted to break the record. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's awesome. And once he got the record, I told him, that's it, you're done. You've done everything and more than we've asked you to do. So he fought me a little bit on it, and it was an easy decision.
Last one, Michael. Where do you feel you are in the year two now?
A team that's won 20 games over the last 2 years has a good foundational base of what LSU football team's expectations are. This is a team that year in and year out should be competing for championships. And you can't do that when you come in with 35, 36 scholarships, but you have to stabilize it, and then you have to build that from within. I think we've done a really good job the first 2 years of stabilizing, put a strong base on it. Now I think it's, as we go into 2024, I feel really good that this program is stabilized and now ready to really ascend as we move forward. Thank you.
Color jersey on your center. He's having a career day, and you're matching him throw for throw. You're dropping dimes. How proud are you of your performance?
I mean, it's just sticking to the process, sticking to what we work on all the time in practice, and going through the reps and going through my reads the right way. Like I said earlier, the amount of athletes that we have and the offensive line that we had today, it makes my job easy. So all the credit goes to them and the coaches for putting us in the right play and allowing us to, make plays. So. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do to win the football game. It doesn't matter if you got to start from the 1, the 2, or you get the ball at the 30. So you just stick to the process. You go play by play, do the right things, and just move the chains, and put the ball in the end zone. So.
Garrett, what will you remember about that last drive? Any specific play that stood out to you?
No. I just I'm really proud of us, as an offense. That doesn't just speak to me. That speaks to our entire group. I mean, you can't do it by yourself. And to go 98 yards with the game on the line, that means a lot to me. To be the leader of the offense, that matters more than about myself. So.
Waiting as long as you had for a start to finish it like this.
Yeah.
What kind of emotions is this like right now?
Yeah, God is good. That's how I feel. I'm extremely blessed. And I'm extremely thankful. And it was a wild ride, but I was ready, and I'm very thankful.
Garrett, Kyron, Mason Taylor, Chris Hilton, all these guys that you're going to be working with this offseason all had big moments, big impacts in this game. Just what was it like, I guess, getting to share the field with them in a game-like setting that you guys can kind of fuel going into the offseason?
Yeah, it was awesome. I think it's huge for us going into the offseason. I thought we were very well synchronized. I thought we looked good. I thought we had great chemistry. How many yards did Mason Taylor had? He had to have at least 50 okay. So him and Kyron had a great game. BT, Chris, he made a couple plays too. Aaron Anderson, everybody was making plays, and like I said, that makes my job easy. So.
Garrett, Chris Hilton's had his ups and downs. He's driven a touchdown. He's driven a 43-yarder on the final drive. Just the way he played today, he came through.
Yeah, he did an amazing job. I'm super proud of Chris. And like I said, it's big for us going into the offseason, having that to build off of, to get better off of. So.
The run game kind of kept you in the game, and then the chunk plays late. What did you think about the balance, the job Joe did, and how comfortable are you
Yeah.
this is what it's going to be, you can do it?
Yeah, no, I think Coach Sloan did an amazing job. We've been working on this for 2 weeks, and I think he put a great plan together. I think him and Coach Hank put a great plan together, and I think he did an amazing job calling the plays and getting us in the groove and giving us opportunities to make plays and get in rhythms. So.
Garrett, you kind of had a moment with Jaden Daniels on the sideline. Can you kind of talk about that?
Yeah.
Maybe some things that you learned from Daniels as he was the signal caller and you're going to be the eventual.
Yeah. No, I appreciate our relationship a lot. It was kind of a moment of, it was like roles reversed for once. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to giving him a high five after, he just made a Heisman statement or something like that, So it was cool. I appreciate him a lot. And, I'm grateful for the time we had together.
What's the important piece of this for your confidence?
I wouldn't say it goes into my confidence. I would say I take pride in always being confident and always being ready. But I think it's huge for our offense, to have a type of game, like the way we performed today. Sorry, I'm stumbling, but the way we performed today, it's huge going into off season. 35 points, and it took us a minute, but we got rolling. And I think that's going to be a great opportunity for us to build and continue to work throughout the off season and into Las Vegas.
What was the key to kind of getting rolling, as you say,
Yeah.
during those first 4 drives?
Yeah, I think it's it was interesting because you have different guys in there. It's a different group, and me and Jaden's skill sets are very different. And so we were trying to gel, we were trying to mesh, we were trying to get it right. And I think once it clicked, and we were rolling. So.
What did you see on that? You realigned some receivers on that goal line. Game winner. What did you see?
I won't go too into detail to give away kind of our plan, but I just felt like I needed to make a decision and change the protection and give BT a chance to win the ball game. So.
How did the Harold Perkins handoff?
No, we've been working that for a week or so. I wish we would have called the dang play action off it, but no, I'm happy for Perk. That was awesome. That was really cool. Perk Heisman 2025 or 2024. I guess that we're starting that. I think that's the trend we were starting today. So.
Couple more for Garrett.
Yes, what kind of advice did your father, Doug, give you prior to this game?
Yeah, he told me just to go play, just to stick to my process and stick to what I've been working on. You know, I've been blessed with opportunities to play in big games. You know, I got to play against Georgia last year and Alabama this year. So, you know, it wasn't like I hadn't played. You know, I haven't started a game, but, you know, I felt like I knew what the moment was going to be like, and I was prepared. And, you know, my coaches and Coach Sloan did an amazing job at that, making sure I was ready, making sure I was prepared, Coach Dino and all those guys. So, you know, I'm super blessed. I'm super grateful. And, you know, God is good.
You heard TJ talk about the foundational piece of this. I guess, how does it feel from a player perspective?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
You heard Brian talk about the foundational part of like year 2, I guess. What does it feel like from a player perspective? Do you feel like next year's your year to kind of turn this?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. You know, when new coach comes to a program, you know, I think most people will say that third year is a special year. And, you know, I'm really proud of the strides that our program has made, you know, and it's there. You see more buy-in, you know. I think I said earlier in the week, you know, when you have a bowl game nowadays and you got everybody on the roster playing in the game, you know, I think that's special, and outside of 2 guys. But, you know, I think that's special. It shows the buy-in that we've created, and, you know, this win, you know, it speaks volumes to who we want to be, and, you know, I'm excited to get to work and for us to progress into the offseason.
And we spoke to Malik after the game and talked about how proud he was of you, and obviously y'all came in together to be able to help him get the record.
Yeah.
I mean, just what was that like for you to see him?
Yeah, it meant the world to me. You know, that's my brother. You know, I love him to death. And, you know, when Malik first came in, you know, he was kind of overlooked, and people didn't really expect that of him. And, you know, we all knew it. We all knew he was special. And, you know, I'm so proud of him. You know, he worked his tail off, and he showed everybody. So,
Thank you, Nuss.
yep, appreciate y'all. Thank you.